I want to take you back to September 28th, 2021. I had 3 panic attacks in one day. I had hit my rock bottom. I was hurting, I was broken, and I couldn't go on living that way. Turns out though, that breakdown was more of a breakthrough. That experience taught me that pain can be a gift. Pretty uplifting message so far, right? I can see the looks on your faces. You're like, this guy is supposed to motivate and inspire us? Stay with me. I promise it gets better. I'm here today to tell you that your pain has a purpose. That everything that has ever happened to you is preparing you for something, even if that something hasn't happened yet. Now, I know that I'm not alone when it comes to pain. Whether it's childhood trauma, divorce, the loss of a loved one, no one is getting out of life without pain and discomfort. Now, your thing may not be panic attacks or the other things that we're going to talk about today, but I bet you will see parts of your story in my story. Let's break down today into 3 parts: embracing your pain, the power of vulnerability, and living an authentic, purposeful life. My dad fought cancer the only way he knew how, with everything that he had. He battled cancer for 18 months with dignity, grace, and humility. He never said, "Why me?" He never complained. I watched him go from this big, strong, good-looking man to a frail shell of himself. This cancer, you see, was a special kind of evil. It took calcium out of his bones and it fractured his neck, which eventually paralyzed him. It was devastating to watch, and I turned to alcohol to escape. But more on that later. I was by his side when he took his final breath in January of 2009. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss my dad. I used to think that work was everything. In many ways, I defined myself by my career. Now I know that if you're winning at work but losing at home, you're losing, period. You can make more money, you can have more success, you can build more influence, but the years with your kids, you're never getting those back. The prime years with your spouse, those are going to be gone forever. If you neglect your friends, they're not coming back. If you're busy chasing more and more and more, the things that really matter will slip through your hands. And really, we all just need to slow down. To heck with hustle culture. We need rest, deep soul rest. I'm not willing to compromise my physical health, my mental health, my family, my friends, and my quality of life for work. I'm just not. Burnout is not a badge of honor. In closing, I want to make sure that you understand that none of this happened overnight for me, and it won't for you either. Nothing worth having ever does. If your journey is anything like mine, it'll be 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. That's okay. It's even healthy. The best way to make change is incrementally, little by little, over a period of time. People overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. I want to say that again. People overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Now, I would never want to go back to September 28th, 2021, but I will always look back on that day with respect and even gratitude. I finally dealt with my dad's death, and I leaned in to my pain. When you avoid pain, you avoid meaning. It's never going to feel good when you're going through it, but pain will always teach you something. Every experience that you have is preparing you for something else. Life is happening for you, not to you. Everything that happens is a dot on the map of where you're supposed to go. That's my story. It can be your story too. You just never know how close you are to your breakthrough. If you think that your pain will never end, don't give up. Don't you dare give up. What you think is your breakdown just might be your breakthrough.